Mr. Barron, this yard is getting dangerous for you and Buddy.
I know. I can't see the weeds, and I'm terrified I'll lose them.
They're threatening a fine, but we're here to clear the path.
You don't have to worry about the city or these weeds anymore.
They say I can't take care of him, that I'm not enough.
Well, you've got us now. We're making this home safe for both of you.
You don't have to worry about that fine or this yard anymore, because you are not alone today, and we are getting this finished for you. As I spoke those words and placed a firm hand on his shoulder, the tension that had been gripping 87-year-old Barron finally began to melt away. He stood there on the porch of his home in Oregon, a master carpenter whose world had been claimed by the darkness of blindness, yet his entire spirit remained anchored to Buddy, the golden retriever sitting faithfully at his feet. Buddy was more than just a guide dog, for he was Barron's eyes, his strength, and the only tether he had left to a world that had slowly faded into shadows. As we stood in the tall grass, Barron revealed the heavy truth that the city had sent a harsh violation notice threatening a massive fine, but the real fear wasn't the money. His voice trembled with the raw ache of a man who had built beautiful homes for others, but was now losing his own to neglect because he was terrified that neighbors and officials would take Buddy away. They claimed he was no longer fit to care for a dog because of his sight and the state of his lawn, and every single night Barron lay awake in the quiet of his house, convinced he was failing the one soul who loved him unconditionally. It was a gut-wrenching reality to witness, for here was a man who had spent his life using his calloused master craftsman hands to create beauty, now unable to navigate his own front yard, forced to choose between the pride of his independence and the safety of his loyal companion. Buddy seemed to understand every word of our struggle, for he leaned his golden fur against Barron's leg with a steady rhythm of trust, as if he were trying to tell the city that he was exactly where he needed to be. We didn't just pick up tools to clear the grass, for we were there to tear down the wall of fear that had been built around this man's life. As the roar of our equipment finally cut through the silence of the afternoon, Buddy didn't flinch, but instead watched us with the calm intelligence of a protector, knowing we were finally bringing the help his master had been too humble to ask for. I asked Barron to walk with me as we cleared the path, and as he felt the ground beneath his feet, he began to describe the garden as it looked 50 years ago, telling me exactly where he had planted the oak tree and how he had meticulously leveled the soil for the porch steps. For a moment, the blindness seemed to vanish as his memory took over, and he was no longer an old man in a neglected yard, but a master carpenter showing off his finest work. His hands traced the weathered wood of the railing, and I saw the pride returning to his face, a transformation that was more powerful than any yard cleanup. With every swing of the trimmer, we reclaimed the path, turning the dangerous tangled weeds into a clean, smooth walkway that Barron could finally navigate without the fear of stumbling. By the time we finished, the lawn was a pristine, inviting carpet, and the violation notice that had felt like a death sentence to their life together had been rendered meaningless by the simple act of showing up. Barron walked down the new path, his hand resting securely on Buddy's harness, and I saw a tear escape from behind his dark glasses as he whispered that he could finally walk in his own yard without feeling like he was dragging his best friend into danger. He stopped to listen to the birds he hadn't heard clearly in years, because the weeds were no longer muffling the sounds of the neighborhood. I realized then that our work wasn't just about landscaping, but about protecting the sacred bond between a man who had lost his sight and the dog who had become his vision. Before you scroll away, please take a second to comment which city you are watching from, because elders like Barron and loyal souls like Buddy deserve our protection, not our indifference. If you saw an 87-year-old carpenter and his devoted dog being targeted by a city that didn't understand their bond, would you have the guts to help them reclaim their peace instead of just walking away? Like and share this video to stand for the legacy of our elders and the friends who never leave their side. And may you always find the strength to hold on to the love that defines who you truly are. Baron taught us that nothing is ever truly broken if you have the right hands to help you fix it. And today, we ensured that this pair would stay together safe and honored for all the days to come.